L'Oreal better pick up the phone, because look at this. I feel like an old school, like full on, like, or show you a ride, move over. No, I love her. I love her so much. But this, I'm trying out again, the Gilded Nirvana palette from PatMcGrath Labs. And I have shared thoughts in my past video, but I do have some updated thoughts, and I use a couple other shimmers than my other look. But yeah, I'm just ready for a nice formal dinner here at this resort. We're celebrating our anniversary, but there's also like some golf tournament, something happening, and everybody's dressed up like to the nines. You want to see how I did this look? Just keep on watching. We're back here at Macklemore, and absolutely love it here. So tonight is what my husband and I are celebrating as our anniversary dinner. Our anniversary isn't until a couple days later, but this is the weekend we're celebrating. And I just really want to get glammed up, and I have it's just a lot of like more glam makeup to use, including a couple new ones that I've just been waiting on using. So here's it's gonna be fun trying everything out and getting very, very glammed up. I went ahead and primed my face with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and now I'm doing my foundation. I've just been using the Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation in the shade 118, which is like my typical go-to, but I do have a little bit of a tan going on, so I am going to use, or I'm gonna mix in my Estée Lauder Double Wear Foundation 3 and 2. That's just like my perfect, like, to add a tan shade, so I'll just go ahead and do that. And I should probably, I already have my dress underneath this on because it's very, very, very fitted to me, so I have this on to kind of protect it. But I mean, I don't want to get makeup on the rose, but this already has makeup on it, like from somebody else. So I mean, I don't think they really care, but I'm going to be careful anyways. But using my F4 brush to blend all this out, and I am using a pretty good amount of foundation because I do need to bring it down my neck. Like, my dress isn't low cut or anything, it's like right here, but I just want everything to match well, you feel? And so I'm getting full glam, even more so because at this resort, like, this is also like a golf resort as well, and there's like a tournament, like a couples tournament something, and tonight is their gala. So as we were pulling back into valet, like after like a couple hours outside around the area, there's just people in like full-on formal gowns. I was like, yes. And then I saw on the signs inside that tonight's a gala, and it's at the restaurant that we booked our dinner at. And there's only like 3 restaurants here, and one is like the nice one where people hold weddings, and it's just so, so beautiful. And last year, I remember the food was really good. I don't remember what I got, but I just remember the food was really good. So definitely excited to go back. I don't remember what I ate, but I do remember my son ate their chili and he loved it. So yeah, but of course I will still bring some extra snacks in case my picky eater decides to not eat, because he has not been eating that well on this trip. So we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna go ahead with my bronzer. I have the Revolution Cream Bronze in the shade medium, and it's like the perfect cooler tone, and I am gonna go pretty heavy. I just love my bronzer. It's also nice, like I can, if I accidentally put a little too much or I take it in, I can just use the foundation side of this brush. But I'm gonna try to keep it careful because I did go really, really heavy with my last makeup tutorial. And I mean, my makeup looked great. There was someone in the elevator that complimented me. So, I mean, it's fine. I love, love, love my bronzers, but I'm just gonna blend this out. Like, see, I kind of took a little too low here. Just blend that in, fix. But I am going to be using setting powder, which will make, you know, everything look a little less harsh, which will be nice. And then I'm gonna also, like, I'm gonna take like the edge of the brush right here and just a little bit from the top just to bring some dimension. I probably should have brought a smaller brush to contour my nose, because this is a look where I'd want a little bit more definition, but it's okay. I can just do it with my powder bronzer. But I like to layer my powder bronzer and my cream bronzer because, number one, it's just your makeup's gonna look a little bit more defined and better that way. And in photos, it's gonna show up way, way better. So if your makeup isn't showing up in photos, layer it like how I am and you'll be fine. Now, Speaking of layering, I'm gonna use my PatMcGrath blush in She's Seductive. This one, it just is my go-to. I'm gonna switch to the e.l.f. Stand Tint brush, and my hotel gives me towels to put my makeup on, so don't worry about that. I'm not someone that wrecks towels, and like, if you do, I mean, do you, but I do not do that. But this one, just like the perfect, softer blush, and I realized it did go very heavy there, but since it's such a nice muted color, it's okay. I'm gonna be putting concealer here anyway, so it's gonna be fine, I promise. For my concealer, I'm using my e.l.f. concealer. This honestly is just like the right like shade for me, so this is honestly just the one I like. And honestly, so Hourglass is my favorite concealer, but I don't like traveling with it because the bottle is kind of thin and it's like a glass bottle. Like, I mean, I had one in the past where the neck snapped, so that's the only reason I don't travel with it. Otherwise, I would be using my Hourglass concealer in the shade Oat. But this one's a pretty okay second. Honestly, for drugstore concealers, I haven't found one that I absolutely love yet. So if you have any recommendations, please give me some, because I like that this is $7, but if I apply this straight to my face, it lifts off everything underneath, and that really gets on my nerves. So I have to use a brush like this and apply it, which is fine. And this is honestly how I apply my concealer nowadays. But you know, sometimes if you're in a hurry, I'd like to kind of dot it under my eyes and just like use my fingers to blend. I mean, it's fine. But this brush is from Real Techniques, and it's a nice brush to blend it out. I don't even know what it's called. It's really, really old. I've had this brush since like, oh, do I want to say like 10 years? Really long time. I'm setting my face with my Wet n Wild translucent setting powder. It just works beautifully, and I'm kind of working it like really into my powder puff. I'm just doing light layers because I did forget my setting and fixing mist, and I kind of like to melt everything kind of together with those. So I'm just going in with a really light hand, but still pretty much setting like all of my face because I just want my makeup to last. And honestly, this does help increase lasting power. Like today, you know, we were out all day in like outdoor, like warm, like slightly warm weather. I was wearing a sweater. I was wearing knits in the heat. And my makeup looked good. I mean, it didn't budge, but I also wasn't like doing anything crazy, like sweating or anything, but looks good. So this specific setting powder I really love because it really truly does mattify and make your makeup last a really long time. I did set lightly with my setting powder because I like to set, of course, like my cream products from the powder. So I'm going in with my BASMA Beauty Bronzer in the shade Medium, and just this dual-ended brush from BASMA Beauty. And just going ahead, topping off where I bronze and bringing it in just a little bit more, just because I love bronzer. I think bronzers are easily my favorite makeup product. I mean, besides like fun, colorful eyeshadow palettes, I love eyeshadow palettes. But a good bronzer really changes the game. If I'm going for a really, really bronzed look, I have so much makeup in my hairline. I have to like clean that out somehow. For my powder blush, I'm gonna use NYX Buttermelt Bronzer in the shade Buttercup. So this technically, yes, is a bronzer, but it just has like the perfect soft glow, and it has such a nice pinky hue to it. I just use it as a blush. I'm using this one instead of the powder from the PatMcGrath blush that I use because I just love the subtle glow this gives. I normally don't like really glowy makeup, so this is like the perfect amount of soft glow. But I think I might add a little bit more glow at the end. We'll have to see after my lip combo. Just doing my brows with the AOA Studio Slim Brow Pencil. I ran out of my favorite one. I just didn't have time. I forgot to buy my typical one that I use. But honestly, I've been using this on the trip and I like it. And it's just $1. Don't sleep on Shop Miss A makeup because there's some really good gems. This is typically a little darker than what I go for, but it still works because my hair is super, super dark. Like this is the black shade, I think. What is this? I don't see it. I think it's like their darkest shade. It's like their black. But I mean, I like it. I haven't tried out the other shades here. But I always go for like a cooler tone charcoal shade for my eyebrows. Just seems to look the most natural. But I fill in like the front sparse area and where I'm missing my arch. And then just using a spoolie to kind of comb through the excess product in my brows and kind of blend this in a little bit so it's not as harsh. But that one, I really like it. And for $1, it's hard to beat. So this one I probably will just continue using after this trip. My last tutorial, I used the PatMcGrath Gilded Nirvana palette for the first time, and I kind of get my first thoughts about it. And I used my Patrick Ta, like Major Dimensions 3 palette. I'm gonna use that again, but I'm gonna do a completely different, I'm thinking like a coppery, smoky eye look, because the PatMcGrath palette actually has like this really nice like brown shimmer and this black shimmer. I think I could make use of these shades and get like a really pretty look. So first I'm gonna actually go back to my bronzer here and use Jessup MUL09 brush. It's just like a nice fluffy blending brush, and I'm just gonna warm up the crease a little bit and kind of contour the sides of my nose, like this area right here. And I've just been liking doing this. Anytime I have like a really colorful palette, it'll just help get like your makeup, like your eye makeup started. And this one is just like, you can really tell when a bronzer, like what the tone, if it's warm or cool is, if you put it on your crease like this. So like, I mean, a lot of bronzers will look really warm or cool, and this one I can tell is like a nice cooler leaning bronzer, so I can contour with it, add some definition. But I truly do love this bronzer. And I love that it's like a more compact size. This is gonna be traveling with me everywhere now, and like all the letters, like the letters are already starting to mish away because I haven't stopped using this ever since I started this trip, and I foresee myself using this a lot. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna go into the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3, and I'll use this shade right here just to get a little bit of dimension. Use a shadow brush, so not like a fluffy blending brush or anything, just to get a little more depth in my crease. So remember, I still want full-on drama today. Maybe I should start with the shadow or the shimmers. Let's see. But see, I'm just doing it like this, so I can kind of control where my depth is. I'm also taking this shade underneath my eye like this and kind of blend it out to the rest of my face. Figured I could zoom you guys in. So here's what the crease is looking like. I'm just trying to make sure it's even, because when I put these shimmers on, it's gonna be pretty dramatic. So I'm excited to see if these other shimmers feel similar to the other ones I've tried, but I'm gonna go ahead with this like chocolatey brown shade. It has like maroon flecks, and I'm using a flat brush. This is MUL16, and let's see. Yeah, it's still that same soft texture, but I'm pretty much going to put it all over my lid. Now I've noticed the shimmers on this eyeshadow palette. Oh my god, do you see how patchy that is? Is that me? Only me? Okay, I'll have to check the footage later on my camera. Okay, but this is getting like maroon flecks. Oh my gosh. Look how messy the pan is getting. And I'm going in with a gentle hand, I promise. Oh, I don't want to mess up my base. I mean, a lot of times when I use PatMcGrath palettes, I don't actually do my base first. I do my base after doing my eyes, because in case there's fallout. But honestly, I don't get as much fallout as you think. But these shimmer, I will say though, when I wore the green and blue one and the black one, I didn't notice any creasing, but I also didn't wear it for like a very, very long time. And tonight's makeup, I also am not wearing. I mean, what time is it? I think it's gonna be maybe 6 hours of wear. So I can kind of update my thoughts based on that. But I mean, I just don't know how I feel about the super soft texture. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this like black one here and put those, I'm gonna create like kind of like a halo eye. So I'm gonna dab it on like my outer corner here. I mean, I like the pigment level. It just looks kind of patchy. And then a little bit on my inner corner like this. I don't want to take it too far up. I don't know. It seems like so they blend in well with one another, but I just don't think it blends well with like any other eyeshadow formulas. I don't know. And I mentioned this in my other video with this eyeshadow palette, but they advertise 12 gilded shades. So by gilded, I'm like, okay, so they're all shimmers. I love her shimmer formula. Even though this feels a little different, I don't know, I'll go home and do a comparison with her other shimmers, but these aren't all 12 gilded shimmers. You have a matte here and then one like soft shimmer, so I don't really like that. I'm gonna go ahead and use this like soft shimmery shade and blend out like the harsh line from here. But honestly, this is the perfect tone to blend these two shades out. You know what, this looks fire. Like as the day went on with my blue and green eye makeup look, I really did like how it looked. I just need to feel this out more. I just need Pat to bring back her iconic like baked formulas, but honestly, it does look really nice. I went ahead and smoked this like crease, the purpley soft shimmer, and under my crease, and yes, I am going pretty heavy. I might even go in with my bronzer to blur out that edge a little bit more, but I think I want a little bit of a pop. So I'm gonna use this like champagne-y shimmer with that same flat brush, and I'll just put it on the center of my lid. It's like even when I'm looking at how it picks up, it's not really picking up that great, but just right in the center for some dimension. Oop. My husband and son are back, so they may be playing in the background, so you might hear some of that. But I mean, these shadows, I mean, they're laying well together, but now I'm kind of worried that I layered on so many here. I mean, really like 2. I don't want to see any creasing, so we'll see. I'm adding just a little bit more of that black shimmer just to have a little bit more drama. I really like how that looks. I think with lashes it's gonna hit. I'm also tracing that black shimmer all underneath my lash line, but I'm keeping it really close to lash line since it is so dark. I don't want it to kind of drag down, and I don't want a lot of black fall out because I do have a little bit here, but I think I can just brush that away. This is what the eyeshadow is looking like. I'm gonna go ahead and do just like a simple like winged liner and line my waterline and tight line because smoky eyes, you have to do that. Here's what the eyeliner is looking like. Keeping it simple. When I have a lot of like blurred, like softer blended drama, I like to have a sharper edge. It just looks better with these types of eyes, but like, I like it. I'm gonna go ahead and do my mascara. I'm using the AOA Studio Big Boss Mascara, and I love this because it is so dark. And it just gives me like nice definition. I'm not really worrying about like my top lash as much. This is more just to coat it to make sure there isn't any like grays or sparkles because I will be putting some false lashes on, but I will make sure my bottom lashes look nice and clean. Like, look at that. This is just one coat. Like, I didn't really even put this on here. You guys can watch me do this one. Just kind of wiggle it side to side. Just making sure I don't have any clumps, but like, that's how quick you get this definition. So, and this is like one of my darkest mascaras I have, honestly. I just realized a lot of my products keep coming out, like gushing out, and I realize it's because I'm at a higher elevation, which is probably why like my lash glue has been getting everywhere and it's been getting on my nerves, and I just realized why. So fun fact, my lash glue is exploding every time I open it because we are at a higher elevation. I was like, I have been using this lash glue for forever. It's like nothing has changed, I swear. But went ahead, I just put it on my hand this time because it got so messy to put on. But just Duo Lash Glue, and I will double check on what these lashes are before I say anything. But these look like the Kiss Royal Silk lashes, but everything is in the description below if you want to see, and I will double check to make sure. I want to go ahead and set my brow hairs down so they don't move. So I'm using this brow gel from Colourpop Beauty. I actually really like this. This has always just kind of been in my kit, but in my pro kit. So I was grabbing a whole bunch of stuff to bring with me on the trip, and I just grabbed this one, and I remember why I love it so much. It doesn't like glue down your brow hairs, which I don't really need. It really does hold everything in place. It's almost like a pomade. So it's a really nice one. It's free the brow gel. I like this one. Okay, the lashes are on, I think they look fabulous. The glue is drying. I think okay, I don't think I want a little bit more drama in my crease, do I? No, I'm doing like red lips, so I don't want to overdo it. We'll see. We'll check after my red lips. I do think though that I want to glow, so I have my Essence Pure Nude Highlighter, the best. And this is in the shade 10, Be My Highlight. And I will just apply this where I want it to look like I have a candlelit glow. So I will honestly use this as like a finishing powder. So right there, pretty much like the center of my face, high points like this. And you can build it up to get something a little bit more highlighty. But for me, I want like a softer glow. Like the place we're going to, it's like dim lit. It's gonna be really nice. I love this place. My lips are super dry, so I'm gonna use just like a tinge of lip balm. I don't want to do too much because I want my lipstick and my lip liner to grip, but just like the tiniest bit, and then I don't know, like wipe off of the excess. I should have done this beforehand, but I absolutely did not. So I think that's fine. It's fine. But I just used the Ole Henriksen Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment in Creme Brulee Glimmer. This smells so delicious. It didn't taste like anything. I wish it did, like the old school lip smackers, because fun fact, the new lip smackers don't taste like anything. This one, I really like it. Just, this smells so good. I hope the camera is actually picking up my makeup nicely because we're kind of at an angle, like the mirror is this way. There's a little bit of a cast, like shadow wise at the camera, but I hope they're showing up because my eyes just look, I love it. Now for lips, I have this one special lipstick that I got on our last trip to New York. I went to Bergdorf and I had this made. So you just pick a case and pick a lipstick and you can get it engraved. So when you pop it open, it's a mirror and it says, so I have engraved, "We love EOM," which means we love each other more, which is something me and my husband just say to each other. So my engagement ring also has that engraved inside. So I figured it would be special to have it engraved like this. But the lipstick I have chosen, I actually don't see a shade name here. I will put it in the description because I don't have the packaging here with me. But it's like a gorgeous red shade. And anytime we have any anniversary celebrations, I love wearing a red lip. Typically Chanel's Rouge Tentation is like my go-to. But I'm gonna use this one this year. So let's go ahead and try it. But it's a red lip, so I want to use a lip liner first. And I just brought a whole bunch of Colourpop lip pencils. So I'm gonna use Love Bug and trace out my lip line. This is very red, but I always like to use a red lip liner beforehand. No, I need to wipe off the lip balm. This looks a lot lighter than my lipstick, I believe, but I have a brown lip liner that I might just use to kind of trace it out. But time to go ahead and use this lipstick. I think I'm just gonna dab it. It's very pigmented. Actually, that works. Oh gosh, that's gorgeous. Oh yeah. Oh, pretty. I feel like we're sure you're right. Yeah, this lipstick's gorgeous. I have no idea how it will last. It honestly feels very, very lightweight, so we'll see. But let me kind of zhuzh my hair up a little bit. So much makeup in my hair. I had used the Shark, like this air styler. I'm not sure if I like it, honestly, just with my hair type. Like I was waiting a while because I really didn't think it was gonna work for me, and I don't think it does, but I only have tried it once, so I want to use it a couple times before I give my final thoughts. But I mean, it's just so, ooh, I didn't get that tension, and just like with my typical blowout, it's just not hitting. Okay, I went ahead and put my hair up for the outro because it was just getting on my nerves. I will figure it out later. I still have some time before dinner. But yeah, I am in love with this look. I feel like I'm liking this palette more. It's just, I just don't know what it is, but I need to do some comparisons between this and some of my other palettes at home, but I will do that once I get home. But I mean, I love this look. I love the drama. I feel like an old school, like full glam, like L'Oreal ad. And I'm very excited for tonight. I just love it when everyone dresses up. for an occasion, and tonight is just a huge occasion at this resort, so definitely excited to see everybody dressed up. So yeah, and then I'll share a photo or video of something here with me all dolled up, maybe show my outfit, something. Something. We're all getting dressed up. My son's gonna wear a cute little suit, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know what your thoughts are, especially if you've tried the Gilded Nirvana eyeshadow palette, and if you like it, or if you're thinking about it and you have the same taste as me, if you think it's actually worth this. I mean, because you know, I'm bound to buy anything and try anything because of curiosity, and I just love trying new things. But you guys can let me know, and if you like my content and you want to see more of my face, you can follow me on social media, you can subscribe to this channel, leave me a comment. My hair's falling out. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again soon.